Hey there, today I am answering your questions. Does anyone have tips or remedies for oily skin and hair? I started BHRT and my oil glands are going crazy. I look like a teenager with all of this oily hair and shiny skin. It is out of control. Would love some advice. This is for people that are on hormones or going through menopause, but it's also just in general. Oily skin and oily hair is usually a symptom of dry skin or dry hair, at least once you reach a certain age. When you're younger, we produce everything lots of hormones, oils, hydration. You don't really need to do much of anything to look good when you're young because your skin is plump, it's young, you have plenty of elasticity and collagen circulating throughout. But as we get older, our body stops producing more than just hormones. When your skin is really dry, the body tends to try and compensate by overproducing oil to keep the skin soft. It's more of a protection than anything. The scalp is the same way. I used to think that my hair was oily when I was younger, but I was washing it every single day. Now that I'm older, I don't wash my hair every day. I actually wash it 1 to 2 times a week, and my hair is not oily like it used to be. Fast forward a little bit to menopause, and it actually can get oily. So I like this product. I use this once in a while. It's called Hair Balance, and it is for normal to oily hair. My biggest tip would be number one, really increase your water intake. Half your body weight in ounces of water every single day is essential for hydration for the body. What does that look like? If you weigh around 200 pounds, which is a nice round number and is very helpful for my math skills, then you would need to drink about 100 ounces of water a day. A little side tip, if you need help because you just don't feel like you want to drink water, the thing that changed my life, when I wake up in the morning, I drink about a third of my water intake. Now, you've been asleep for 8 hours approximately, and that's about a third of your day. So if you take a third of your amount, say 100 ounces, and drink about 30 ounces of water when you first wake up, the sensors in your body are going to awaken and you'll be thirsty for the rest of the day. Your body will let you know that it's time to take a drink of water, just like with other sensors in our body, like hunger and bowel movements. Our body has triggers, it sends us messages. So if you're ignoring those messages over a long period of time, it just gives up. It stops sending those signals. So awaken those thirst signals so that it's easier for you to start drinking the amount of water that you need. And I guarantee it is going to make a world of difference. Now, let's say you already drink a lot of water. Are you taking a good omega 3 or fish oil? Taking omegas makes my skin softer, my hair softer, my joints not hurt. Omega 3s or fish oil can actually help with the body absorbing and utilizing the water. A lot of people feel that when their skin is oily, they don't need to moisturize. And that is actually the opposite. You actually may be dehydrated or your skin and hair may be dry. So you need to add that moisture. I would start with a great exfoliant. Exfoliating is really important. If you can imagine that you have a lot of dead skin cells sitting on the surface of your skin, and then you try to put makeup on it or skincare or moisturizers, it's going to just sit on top. It doesn't absorb in. Once you've exfoliated, your skin is going to feel a lot better, feel younger. A lot of people have either a yellowish or a grayish tone if they need to exfoliate. I can tell you that my skin looks dull if I don't exfoliate twice a week, which is a good rule of thumb. You don't really want to do too much, but you want to make sure you're doing it regularly. So taking off those dead skin cells can actually help the products that you're putting on your skin absorb better. If that does not help right off the bat, I would definitely consider using a normal to oily skincare regimen with your facial wash and your moisturizer. And then once you get that under control, you'll probably need to switch to maybe a normal to dry. A lot of people don't recognize this, but when you have moisture in your skin, a little bit of a shine, not, of course, something that you can fry an egg on, a little shine to your skin. That actually is a reflection of youth. When your skin is dewy, it makes you look younger. Next question. This one is short but sweet. Does anyone know what helps to not be tired all the time? Well, if you watch the beginning of the video, you're going to see that water is huge. Water is so important for our bodies to function properly. I've already talked about that. So, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Maybe you need to have a mineral added to your water, sea salt, like a Redmond sea salt or something that you get that is more natural. Don't use iodized salt. Using a little pinch of sea salt in your water can actually really help with energy. Your body needs sodium and potassium, and sometimes we don't get enough salt. And sometimes we need potassium because we get too much salt. So, a banana is really great for that, or you could always supplement with that. For me, a really good multivitamin, and I will show you my absolute favorite one. I've used it for probably about 15 years now. This is a 4 a day. Don't let that scare you. They also have a 1 a day for those of you that have never taken supplements and are not interested in taking 4 a day. I take two in the morning and I take two somewhere around lunchtime. They're a whole food multi. So they have a lot of antioxidants and whole foods, green foods, things like that. They usually do not upset the tummy because they are a food based supplement. A lot of times when you use something that's got a coating on it, that multivitamin will give you an upset stomach. It's all about making sure that you're giving your body the nutrients that you need. If you're not eating the foods that you need that are rich in vitamins and nutrients and amino acids, then you really need to supplement with that. Number two is making sure you get a good night's sleep. We are being told all over the internet right now that you only need 3 or 4 hours of sleep. You go do this, go get that, get up early, exercise. Absolutely. Exercise is absolutely important, but so is sleep. During sleep, your body heals and repairs. So if you need a little help with sleep, I have some great suggestions. The first one is called night rest. It's a pretty high dose of melatonin. I know a lot of people have issues with melatonin, but I'm going to give you my take on it. This one has, I think, 5 milligram, but it's in 2 tablets. So you can take one to start and see if that doesn't help. But it also has GABA in it, GABA. And that is something that helps to calm your mind. So, people that have an issue with melatonin may find that when you take something with melatonin that works to relax the body and the mind, you're going to have better results. A lot of people complain about dreams, vivid dreams, maybe bad dreams. I personally believe that when you take something like GABA or L-theanine, that you will calm the mind enough to where you don't have your mind racing while you sleep. I think that's a lot of the problem. But again, not a doctor. I can only go by experience. Now, I love this other product. It has your GABA in it, has a little magnesium in it, which is great for relaxing the body, but it also has part timed released and part instant melatonin. If you take one of these and it's not enough, then you can increase it to two. I like taking my melatonin about an hour before I want to go to bed, so I allow it to kick in. This particular formula has a little magnesium in it, has the timed released and the regular melatonin, which not only gets you to sleep, but helps you stay asleep. I find that with the other product, as much as I like it, but once I get to sleep, I often wake up after about 4 or 5 hours. This other product really helps me stay asleep. It's timed released, so that second dose comes in. When it comes to melatonin, you want to make sure that you take it early enough that you don't wake up groggy. Keep in mind that your body does heal and repair itself during sleep. So it's really essential, especially the older we get, to get as much sleep as we can, not exceeding, of course, around 8 or 9 hours. One more tip, really quick. When you're taking a melatonin or some type of a sleep supplement, even medication, you have to realize that if you take it for too long, your body can become dependent on it. The best thing to keep in mind is that it's a habit. So try to go to bed at the same time. Try to wake up at the same time. Try to get into a good routine. Let your body learn that habit and then try to wean yourself off of whatever it is that you're taking supplement wise. I can't tell you to wean off medication, of course, but if you're interested in that, please talk with your doctor. How do you wean off something like a supplement? Well, I would start with taking a half a dose of whatever you're taking once you start getting into a good routine. And then you can always cut it in half again by taking it every other day until you can get off of it. And then just take it as needed. Another thing might be cutting out your sugar and your caffeine throughout the day. Exercise is always great to help improve energy levels. I am one that just fights exercise because I have a hard time finding something that I really like to do. I do like to walk. I started walking with some friends in the mornings, and that's been great when we get to go. But I like dancing. I like just turning on the music, cleaning house, dancing. I feel like that really helps me to be more like I'm not exercising. I also enjoy pickleball and a few other things. So find something that you like that just gets your body to move. And remember, when you're moving your body, it's important to try to also do something occasionally that makes you take deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out in a big way. Get some new air circulating through those lungs. That's really going to help you wake up and have more energy. If you have questions, I would love for you to drop them in the comments. You can always email me at thehotflashmama@gmail.com. Check out all of the show notes if you're looking for something specifically. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Liking and subscribing really helps me out. See you next time on Hot Flash Mama Podcast.